Hi guys, I'm Libertman, forced to be alone, but free to decide how. Today's topic is serious. Suicidal thoughts in men, and real reason not to take your own life. Not the generic call a hotline message, not empty optimism, not think positive, but realistic reasons to stay alive, based on the reality men face today, and guided by the C4PC personality model that I have developed to tailor advice depending on your specific personality types so that it's meaningful to your life. This is one of the most important videos I'll ever make. So please sit with me for a moment and we will go slowly. So why this video? Everywhere you look, public health campaigns, media, religions, NGOs, the message is always the same. If you're thinking about suicide, don't do it. Reach out to a hotline. Talk to a professional. That's it. No other word about the topic. No one tells men, and everything revolves around avoiding death and not doing the action that ends life. But no one tells man why to stay, what for, what can you do next after you avoid ending life. What can you do next? How do you rebuild your life? Where do you redirect your pain? There's no concrete alternative path. Just the message, don't kill yourself, good luck. So that's not enough to address this tragic topic and problem of humanity. Men need direction. Men need context and meaning and steps, especially now, but also steps that can be followed depending on the way he is structured at the personality level and the skills they have at the moment in which they have reached out for help because they see no solution, or they have already tried many ways and many paths and they fail, and that's why they see no light, and the tunnel has become longer and longer. So let's try to explore a new approach. Here we will acknowledge your suffering. If you are going through a moment of life in which you cannot see a way out to your solution, and that's why after tiredness, a long period of time of tiredness and exhaustion, you began to have some suicidal thoughts. So here we're going to acknowledge your suffering, understand why you got here. Look at your situation realistically. We will offer concrete reasons to stay in this life or in this human experience instead of going away. Suggest practical actions and tailor to your personality based in the C4PC model of personality types. And so here there won't be any magical thinking, no sugarcoating, and no childish optimism. Just reality and compassion and a strategy tailored to your personality to get out of this hole. if you want, of course. So what has happened to men from roughly 2005 to 2025 that we are right now? Roughly in the past 20 years, men have lost social roles, purpose, respect, community, romance, places to gather, a stable identity, and they have gained isolation, loneliness, disposable status, economic pressure, constant comparison, sexual scarcity, and blame. Modern society has outsourced emotional support into therapists, protection in police and state, provision in the state and subsidies. Men became optional, almost invisible, but the internal expectation to provide, to protect, to perform stayed. So men live under maximum pressure but minimal recognition. And that's a psychological trap. So which are the main sources of suffering for men? Most men contemplating suicide today suffer from at least two of these: loneliness, forced or chronic, romantic sexual exclusion, economic stagnation or failure, loss of identity and loss of purpose, family rejection or betrayal, lack of community, physical exhaustion, shame, past trauma, and existential emptiness. At least two of these 10 points. Most men, 5 or more of these, or all of them. Many of these come not from personal failure, but from a collapsed cultural environment. So, if you're here, it means you still have some hope left, even if it's 1%. That's enough. We start from there. Let's now go to reason not to commit suicide, but adapt it to each personality group following the C4PC model that I have developed to make the process of self-knowledge easier, to make the first step into the self-knowledge process. So we will talk directly to each type as if it was a conversation face to face, because what is meaningful for one man may be irrelevant for another. So it's important to make a segmentation of advice and segmentation of the causes of what is triggering the suicidal thoughts and problems like depressions and existential crisis that leads into the beginning of the suicidal thoughts that ends up with the suicide. So let's begin with the macro group called the internal rationals, that are the macro group comprised of personality types of the MBTI, which are the INTJ, the INTP, the ISTJ, and the ISTP. You can learn more in depth about all this in the self-knowledge playlist at the beginning of the channel. And you will save a lot of years of your life, or maybe decades. So for the internal rationals, how do you suffer? Your pain is silent. You don't break from emotional chaos. You break from meaningless existence. You feel misunderstood, you feel out of sync with society, you feel alienated from shallow culture, you feel understimulated, you feel unable to find purpose. You overthink everything and nothing feels worth doing. You often ask, what's the point? So here are some reasons to stay in this experience that we call human life. Your mind is needed. Society is collapsing intellectually. We desperately need thinkers. Your purpose just hasn't matured. Rational men usually bloom late in life. You are not behind, you are early. And it's not that they bloom late because of a deficiency, it's because of the place in this society. Your clarity can save others. One precise idea can change thousands of lives, and you can provide that. You are capable of that. Your isolation is preparation, not punishment. Thinkers always begin alone. It's not nice, it's not what many of us would want, but unfortunately it is like this. So you have the tools to prepare your comeback, and in the way that you function you need this solitude. So try to leverage this period of time of isolation to focus in something practical and prepare your comeback into something more meaningful to you. So which are some concrete actions that you can follow right from today in the lowest point that you find yourself? If nothing makes sense, then start a tiny intellectual project. A system, a model, a method, a document, a map of whatever. If your job drains you, learn new technical skills online. In 6 to 12 months, you can pivot your career. If you're alone, find at least one person who thinks like you. You only need one. And focus in that. If thoughts spiral in rumination, externalize your mind, writing a journal or making diagrams about the topics, hopefully better than the one that I have done in the self-knowledge playlist. If you see no future, then break scale. One skill leads to one freelance gig, leads to one client, then that opens a new horizon. Step by step, slowly. If you need peace, then create a new ritual. Quiet walks, deep reading, long-form thinking. Also, you can contribute to society as well, while you contribute to your own recovery of this moment. You are good to build systems, to fix complexity, to teach clarity, and document all the process. Those are skills that society needs, and the personality types like yours can contribute. So as a reminder, do not compare yourself to emotional or social types. Your rhythm is different. Walk your path little by little until you find footing. There is no single correct life path. I will repeat this to the other types as well. There is no single correct life path. Your meaning might be solving problems, teaching others, creating tools, generating clarity, and that is worthy. Now, let's see the situation for the macro group, the internal emotionals, that are the personality types INFP, INFJ, ISFP, and ENFP. How you suffer? You don't die from pain. You die from heartbreak and hopelessness. You feel deep loneliness, emotional abandonment, idealism being betrayed, longing for connection, and process grief. You suffer from sensitivity without a home. Your heart is huge, but often unseen. So which are some reasons for you to stay in this experience called human life? Your sensitivity is medicine. The world is emotionally starving. Your emotional depth brings meaning. Where others collapse, you transform. Your love is rare. You are the seed of future community based in real love values. Your story is not finished. When you find the right space, you can bloom. So, which are some concrete actions that you can implement right now, regardless the dark place in which you find yourself in this moment? If your heart is broken, then turn pain into creation. Write, paint, sing, create something artistically. If you feel alone, seek spiritually or emotionally oriented groups. You will find your kind there. If you feel the world rejects you, create your own space. A small circle, a study group, an online community, or join one that is related to the topics you like. If grief holds you, perform closure rituals, writing letters that you don't send, symbolic goodbyes, or silent walks. If you feel stuck, find therapy oriented towards meaning and purpose. If the past haunts you, then transform your story into guidance for others. Your recovery process from this dark place can also contribute to society by providing emotional support, by your art and beauty that you see very easily and create. Your actions hold meaning in itself, and when you narrate human experiences through your creations. So as a reminder, do not look at those who live from logic and dominance in this society. Don't compare to them. Your path is inward, from inward to outward. Move slowly and find your ground, your own ground. There is no single life path. For you, meaning may be creating beauty, healing others, bringing depth, building soulful community. That is sacred for you. Don't try to pursue other goals that are not aligned with you. For the macro group, external rationals that are comprised of the ENTJ, ESTJ, ESTP, and ENTP. How do you suffer? Well, your breakdown is not emotional, it is functional. You feel useless, you feel without mission, you feel stuck, you feel disorganized, you feel loss of status and failure. When you lose direction, you lose yourself. So, which are some reasons to stay in life? Well, your drive builds the world. Without doers, nothing works. Failure is a pivot, not a death sentence. You still have tools. We all fail every day at trying to achieve anything. But the way you are structured, you take it at heart many times more than the other people. So remember that it's not a death sentence. You still have the tools you have, and you are capable of earning new tools to make it better and make it on the next time. Leadership remains in you, even if circumstances collapse. You are a natural leader, so don't worry. You will find a way. Your best work hasn't happened yet. Most of you peak later than you think. Some concrete actions that you can start right away in this dark place that you feel is that if a business failed, then you can do a post-mortem report, extract the lessons, and start smaller. Start again, start over with smaller steps, correcting what was wrong. Until a relationship with failures gets normalized and naturalized. If you are directionless, then choose a project, not a woman. Being on a mission heals in itself. That journey will help healing you. But forget about women. Focus on a project. If status collapsed, then find a new niche and start that serves you, that and serves others, and rebuild your confidence by providing value in that specific area or sector of the market. If you are isolated, then find peers with ethics, not just ambition. That is key for any business project. If you feel useless, teach what you know. Mentoring restores inner fire. Share with others your expertise in the area that you manage. If you feel stagnant, then train your body, do exercise, train to get energy. Making physical exercise will help you bring that clarity and energy back. Also, in this whole process, you can be contributing to society too, because your skills help society to organize, to get a sense of organization. You contribute with your leading, with your constant building, initiating actions, making the first to make the first move, and your strategy skills. So as a reminder, do not compare yourself to those without ambition. Your nature is different. So walk your path step by step until you find ground. There is no single right purpose. Yours might be leading useful projects, improving systems, teaching others to succeed, and that's a huge impact in your own life and in society. And for the macro group, the external emotionals, who are the ENFJs, the ESFJs, the ISFJs, and the ESFP, the way that you suffer is that your pain comes from the lost community. You feel social disconnection, abandonment, irrelevance, lack of belonging, and emotional invisibility. You don't need luxury, you need people. So, which are some reasons to stay in this crazy experience that we call human life? You are a social glue, so without you, groups falls apart. They need people like you. Someone always needs warmth. Your gift is timeless. Your presence in itself heals. You are a quiet lighthouse. And loneliness is temporary, even if it takes longer than expected. So new tribes form. Which are some concrete actions that you can take right now, right away, to put yourself out of the dark place? Well, if you feel you don't belong, start small. Initiate some or join some walk groups, reading circles, or dinners at home. If abandonment hurts, then seek intergenerational spaces with some retired elders, and in which you can join wisdom and youth and share together experiences of life. If you are purposeless, then do weekly volunteering and you will get instant meaning and connection. If you miss emotional intimacy, then look for one-to-one friendships that are nurturing for you, at least one. If silence crushes you, join classes, join clubs, sports, and service groups. If you feel unseen, then share your story online. Many need to hear it, like in a YouTube channel or a blog. And in this way, while you implement this recovery process of your own dark place, you might be also contributing to society by providing your emotional containment that you give to others, the community building skills that is natural for you, maintaining harmony in groups and in society, and the caregiving that you provide and that not everyone can perform. So as a reminder, don't compare yourself to lone wolves. Your nature is communal. So rebuild, but slowly. You will find your people. There is no single life purpose, as I said to the other types. Every life is unique, and your life purpose might be caring for others, supporting, connecting, organizing, and nurturing community. And humanity needs that. So each personality group suffers differently. Each one must heal differently as well. The point is simple. There is life beyond this moment. There is life beyond this dark place that you are feeling you are at. There are paths for you too, and more than one. It's just that there is a lot of confusion when we receive advice, because general advice is usually given, regardless of the personal situation that every person is going through, the internal causes that leads the person to feel in depression or to feel in a solution with no way out, the external causes and the context in which that person is living that contributes to deepen that situation. And on top of that, the the general advice is not considering the personality types and how each person perceives reality, how each person processes information from the outside and from the inside, and how that person tends to make decisions. So that's why this personality model is complete and thorough enough to give advice based in the different group of differences that all people are made of and function, so that each type of people can receive the advice is best for them, and not the advice that belongs to people that works and functions differently than them. And so what can cause a pain level 1 in some person, for other person, that same situation can mean pain level 7 times more, because emotional people don't suffer in the same way as rational people. People that is focusing the individual doesn't suffer the same way that people that suffer for the collective in first place, and vice versa. So you don't need to fix everything today in your life and to find all the solutions to all the problems that leads you to see no way out of your situation. And you don't have to find those answers to every little obstacle to your life goals that have been paused or have been blocked by some external event or some external socioeconomic context, or failures in certain relationships that were idealized to be the perfect one for your life. Whatever it is, you only need one reason to stay, and just one small step. And when you make that first step, the next step will appear. You don't have to figure everything out right now and about 7 topics, about the 7 variables, the internal variables, the external variables that are causing your depression, your existential crisis that leads you into suicidal thoughts. You will figure out everything step by step, and you will be able to do it faster once you complete your self-knowledge process, because you will understand all of these variables: the internal, the external, the context, the things that you were born with, your tendencies, which tendencies you can reduce or augment, and which one you cannot. All of that you will know in time, but you don't have to do it right now, and not in a single day. Just make the first step that you can do to bring light to this dark tunnel you are right now. And that first movement is being aware of who you are, being aware that you are here in this experience that we call human life, in this disorganization that collectively we are, and acknowledging your skills, acknowledging everything that is good in you, and that also they are a contribution to society and other people in itself. And also acknowledge that you are in a moment in which your skills, your goals, your dreams are in intention with what the outside world pushes to impose into everyone's life, as if we all functioned in the same way. So that would give you a first diagnosis of the situation. And remembering that you have the tools now, that is initiating this self-knowledge path to know how you function and how you perceive reality. And then once you know that, you will know what to change, how to change, in what intensity, for how long, and whatever is not working in your life, you can get detached from that and choose and make other decisions, choose different environments, choose a different career, choose a different dream, create a new meaning of your life. If you don't see any meaning, or you tried different meanings that someone else told you have to follow, then you can create your new meaning of life, the one that you want. It will take time, because it's not like pressing a button. It takes time, and realistically it takes some years to heal, to process the new information, to detach from the whatever has been learned from the past, and fill out the bottle, make it empty, and fill in the bottle back with a new liquid, the one that you decide. It's not easy, but it's possible. So if you feel like keep on joining us in this crazy experience called life, you are welcome to stay with us. I'm glad that you're still here. So thank you for listening. If something of this video has been helpful to you, please leave a comment and share your thoughts, and please like and subscribe to support this humble channel. Stay strong, take care, and see you in the next one.